So I was gonna do a live today, and I was gonna tear the x-maxx apart, clean it, and kind of go through it with you guys and kind of see where it stands. It hasn't been cleaned in a while. I mean, there really shouldn't be anything wrong with it. I know that I wanted to shim the front and rear diff and do a few little things to it. Figured I could have did that on a live. Unfortunately, my daughter had a snow day, and it's not that I wouldn't want to interact with her and do that kind of things with her, but I just know that if we were to do it, it'd be 2 o'clock in the morning, and I'd still be putting it back together because nothing would have got done. She'd have ran off with the tools and the parts, and I'd be searching in her room for things, and I didn't want to do that today. So I guess since I don't really have a video idea, what I would like is for everyone that's coming onto the channel and watching this video to get down in the get down in the comments, and we'll talk about what got you guys into the RC hobby. And in the video, I'll tell you what got me into it. So I guess let's get to that. My mom had purchased my father a Tamiya Cloudbuster. At least this is the story that I've heard. And they ended up getting divorced, and my mom never gave it to my father. So when I was younger, I ended up finding it, going out and playing with it, and I broke it. So that was my start, and my mom was not very happy. And I don't know whatever happened with it. I don't know why she never fixed it. I think that it got thrown away, which I wish I still had it because that'd be cool. But um, I do have a brand new one upstairs in the attic that I need to finish putting together. So there's that. And my grandfather and my grandmother were actually big, I guess, big influences on getting me in the hobby. Mainly, my grandfather was always in a Lionel trains, and he had a huge setup in the basement. We had, um, I think, 27 trains going at once at one point, and every year for Christmas, he would always get me a brand new train set. And from when I was a baby till I'd say 17, 18, when I moved out, I had gotten a brand new train set every year. And when I, again, when I was a baby, they'd always be set up under the Christmas tree. Every Christmas I'd wake up, there'd be a train, a platform with a train going around the Christmas tree with all these little houses and all this other stuff. Um, so me and him had gone to York, Pennsylvania for the big York Lionel train show that they do at the fairgrounds, the York Fairgrounds. And we went to a hobby shop. I saw a car that I just wanted to have. And I don't remember what the chassis was, but it was a Tamiya. It might have been a TL01 or a TT01, something like that. But it was a Ford Lightning, like the one in the Fast and the Furious. And I just had to have it. He wasn't having it at first, and we had gone back to the hotel, and a little while later we ended up going back, and we picked it up, and that was my first RC car. um, my second RC car was a HPI Nitro Rush, which was my first endeavor with a Nitro RC, and we'll just say that it didn't go very well. I think that point I was like 8th grade. So after that, I had a few things. I don't remember everything I had, but I know I had an Offna buggy, 1/8 scale buggy. That had a pretty bad demise. The batteries in the receiver box died, and it crashed into the house, folded in half like a taco. So that never got fixed because my mother and stepfather were never really kind of helping me with that stuff. It was kind of figure it out on your own, and I didn't know what I was doing, nor did I have a way to get to a hobby shop or um, really have great internet or anything back then. So I know that when I got into high school, it was my freshman year of high school, I had an HPI uh, Savage, which that ended up getting crashed into a wall and folded the frames. That had lateral frames, I believe it was called, on it. I went through and had to replace every plastic piece on it because it pulled all the screws out of it and stripped them. So had to put new frame and new plastics and everything on that. And I had that for a while, and I've had tons of stuff. A couple T Maxes, a Low C Mini 8. Uh, I ended up getting a Team Associated short course truck. What was it? The B4? No, I don't think it was a B4. But when they had come out with their 4-wheel drive short course truck, I got one of those, and my intentions was to go to my local track, Woolgate Hobby Shop and Raceway, and I was going to race. And I built that truck, ran it around the yard a few times, and man, it was fast, but it never made it to a racetrack. And what else did I have? I had a Team Associated 2-wheel drive stadium truck. Which that might have been the B series, the B 4.1 or something like that. And I'll have pictures. I'll put some pictures up of some of this stuff too as I can find them. Uh, but then what else have I had? I've had a lot. I've had more things than I can remember. I've had mini E-Revos, the Mini Summit. Let's see. I had a 6S x-maxx. I have the 8S x-maxx. I have the XRT, the Max, TRX 4M, the Red Cat Ascent 18, an Axial SCX 24. And that's just to name some of the stuff that I have sitting right here. Obviously, the Tamiya sitting right there, the M04M chassis, and whatever this little guy here is, if you can see it. I don't know anything about it, but it's a street car with no electronics on it, and that came from the auction. So I don't know what that is either. It's a Exotech of some sort, but I don't know anything about street cars, and some of this stuff is older, so I can't find any information on it. And other than my grandparents, I think that the owner of Woolgate Hobby Shop, Lester, was one of my biggest enablers in the RC world. There was a point where I'd walk in the store and I'd look at something and I'd want it, but be like, hey, I don't have the money this week. I'll have to come back when I have the money. And he would just hand it to me and say, dude, I trust you. Just when you come back. And that says a lot about somebody. And he was a big help with me learning. I could go in there and talk and hang out and just stand there forever and just always feel welcomed. And I met so many people while I was there. And it was just definitely an experience. And that's kind of sad to see dying. And there's not a lot of places that are like that anymore. And unfortunately, the Woolgate Hobby and Raceway, they don't do RC stuff. Well, I can't say that they don't do RC stuff anymore. I know that their one store is Airsoft right now, but I don't know if they have any RC stuff in there. I don't think he does. But that was my go-to hobby shop. And if I went in there and said, hey, I'm looking at this or this, and he'd always steer me in the right direction or tell me if it was a good idea, bad idea, if it was worth the money or not. And he was very honest about things. So I thank him for that. And I thank him for everything he did for me. I mean, where else can you walk into a store and just have the person know you that well that they'll just, hey, you want to take this $400 RC car? Go ahead. I know you'll pay me for it. So again, it's unfortunate that the world today, you can't really do much of that, but that built up a lot of what I did and kept me in the hobby was just the people, the fun, and the experience. Even if I didn't go up there and race, I'd go up there and hang out and watch them race. I'd go up there and hang out in the shop and just talk to people. And that's really what the hobby's about. It's making connections, meeting people, and building friendships. So that being said, I would also like to take a second. You all know that I've posted it 100 times. I am an affiliate with RC Box Club. And that's one of the reasons that I took the opportunity when I saw them ask if people wanted to be affiliates with them. And it's not necessarily the fact that I can make money. Like, yes, I can make money by you guys clicking on the link, using my discount code, and buying stuff. But it's more so the fact that I know that if I can get people to look at their site and look at different things and go on and follow Mark Santa Maria on YouTube and all the other platforms, that he's building a community of people that are very helpful and like-minded, and that's a big thing, especially in a hobby that has kind of fallen off of what it used to be, where there's not as much of a connection with people anymore, and there's a plow going by. But that is just one of the main reasons that I jumped on that affiliate program, was just so I could spread out the enjoyment that they show. And it also, watching Mark Santa Maria's videos and RC Guy Garage and Earl Moorhead and everyone like that, it just made me say, hey, why can't I go on and make some videos? I mean, yeah, my stuff might not be the coolest, it might not be the best, I might not put out the most entertaining videos, but why don't I see what I can put out and engage the RC community? And maybe someone newer getting into the hobby will see my videos and be like, oh, hey, that's cool. Or they'll see me out playing with my RC cars. If you look at me playing with the x-maxx at the park, there was two guys that walked by that were blown away at how fast it was, and they thought it was pretty cool. Who knows, maybe they were like, hey man, let's go look at RC cars, and maybe they bought some, said that's pretty cool, that's something we could do. I don't know, but if I can help the community grow and flourish, then I feel like I'm accomplishing something. um, and that said, I waited a little bit for a video for the new RC Box Club stuff, and I might as well throw that in here too, since I am wearing the new shirt. Um, the boxes were a little late this month, that's why I wasn't going to push for a video on the 10th, and I guess now is as good as any. So we got the shirt, and the colors, I guess, are from Mark Santa Maria's son, Ethan, his race bodies from the Lone Star race, which he actually won. He was first place in that race, so that's pretty cool. To me, it kind of looks like Dunkin' Donuts colors, which is pretty neat, but just weird, funny thing. And as I drop them, the MIP nut drivers, 5.5 millimeter and 7 millimeter, which was pretty cool. There was some 3 millimeter hex nuts, locking hex nuts, blue anodized locking hex nuts, and also blue 7 millimeter locking hex nuts that were in the box, and the stickers, which match the shirt. But right there, you got your stickers, and yeah, that was the box for this month. So that's something to think of too. If you want to get a subscription to the monthly membership, you can do that. If not, you can buy the shirts, you can buy the stickers, the tools, everything like that. They post on the site. So rcboxclub.com, all that stuff could be found there. And oh, I printed myself a GNSS holder, since RC Guy Garage didn't take me up on trading him 2 GoPro batteries for one. So I found a file and printed my own. That's all right. His is better because it's TPU, but you know what? I got one now. And well, yeah, talking about it, it's got an attachable lid as well. So I mean, that's, you know, here nor there. TPU would be better, it'd be softer for it, but I'll take what I can get. And yeah, other than that, like I said, I just want to take a couple minutes, come on, talk about what got me into the hobby, get you guys to engage in the comments, tell me what got you guys into the hobby. And I also want to thank you guys for the followers. We're up to 69. Go ahead, laugh. But we're up to 69 followers. We're not far away from that 100 follower mark for the giveaway. And I don't know. I'm I'm surprised that I have that many people following me. I didn't think that me doing this, it would have got me this far already, which it sounds crazy, but I've only been doing this for really focusing on this for 2 3 months, and I haven't really put out anything too crazy. So the fact that I got you guys on here engaging, I think my last video had 1,400 views, something like 30 something comments, 47 likes. So to me, that's, especially the way YouTube goes, that's extremely well for someone like me that is just, hey, let's put a camera in front of my face and see what happens. So thank you guys. If you like this video, hit the like button. Don't forget, comment, subscribe. And I really want to hear what got you guys into the hobby. All right. Have a good day.